So I'm wondering why you're so focused on the youths, if there are so many challenges, just as you said, before you came in. But how has the authority adapted to meet, the evolving needs of the communities within its jurisdiction?
Yes, we look, thank God for Mr. President that have provided us with some fund on renewed hope agenda. We have looked
How much is that?
Yeah, I don't want to mention that on phone. It's not too big. But you see, we want to utilize that to ensure that we complete our dam, just like what I said. But our focus mainly will be on empowering the youth on agriculture.
Won't be enough for you to meet your targets?
No. It's just the beginning. Okay. We just resume. It's just the beginning. When we start with that, and we want to show Mr. President that we have the capability to achieve what we want to achieve. And the most important thing that we want to do is to show to the federal government that River Basin should be the main channel for this food security. Because in conjunction with our supervisory minister, which is the Federal Minister of Water Resources, and as you can see, our minister has been doing a lot, and he has been meeting with us time to time to ensure that we fulfill the mandate of Mr. President concerning food security. So we want to ensure that the youth are taken away from the street. It's a big win for the youth, because by the time we set up this integrated farming, in each of the local government, when we have like 500, if we start with 500 every 3 months, train them, put them in agri, teach them and give them logistics. So the major thing that is causing real issue in Nigeria is the way youth move away from the rural areas to the urban centers, looking for white-collar jobs that are not there. You see a lot of people moving to Lagos, moving to Port Harcourt, moving to Abuja, looking for big jobs that are not there. But they've forgotten the fact that if they stay at home and look at agriculture, they will earn more money. So that's exactly what we're trying to do to orientate our youth and change their focus from looking at it at Japa area to look at it that inwardly, that you can be what you want to become if you look at that.
So how do you intend to go about it? Because you have Edo, Ondo, Ekiti, and part of Delta as your catchment area. So how do you intend to go about this mission? Okay,
let me. Right now, we are doing a lot of data collection. We want to look at what can we achieve in data. For instance, that data land, we look at the statistics. What can we plant here? What can we have here that will give us high yield? What can we plant in Edo that will give us high yield? What can we plant in Ekiti that will give us high yield? What can we plant in Ondo that will give us high yield? So we do this across all our 4 states. And we are not the only one doing it. All the 12 river basins are doing that. So when we look at this, we now look at, we'll not start with that. So take, for instance, in data now, we have rice. If we have rice in data, we'll be able to provide enough rice. Put a rice mill there, get the land prepared, tractorize the land, put our integrated farming there, and teach the youth on how to do this. Then we move to Edo, maybe cassava, another thing. We'll do that. So that's exactly what we're going to do for the first state.
So I'm concerned about data collection because, in Nigeria we have issues. We have challenges in gathering data. We don't have data.
Exactly.
Is that correct? So where are you getting that data from?
Of course, we're in the IT world. So to get the data is even the most easiest thing now. Because right now there are even equipment that right from the sky, they will tell you what you can get on this land on a high yield. And that's exactly what we're doing. So most of the places that we're looking at, we've consulted consultants to help us get our data yield. Our data. And once we get that, we'll be able to know exactly what we're focusing on. It's not that we want to go to data now, we want to go and plant, take for instance, sugarcane. Or take for instance, something that cannot grow very well there. So eventually you will not get IE there. So we are looking at, we want to make use of what's it called? Computer. Not computer, sorry, of digital world to make sure that there is high yield in food production.